好，弟兄姊妹嘅今日抱歉，因為一啲嘅遲咗開始啊，咁放心，我唔會我會就翻啲時間俾大家啊。OK, apologize for today. We little bit delay to start our worship, but I will adjust the time. Don't worry about that. OK, 咁今日咧我哋會睇彌迦書，因為今日咧掛盡日曆係睇彌迦書。
Today we look at the book of Micah because the calendar is talk about
彌迦書裏邊有一個好緊要嘅信息，係講到彌賽亞嘅預言。
The book of Micah has a very important message. It's about Messiah is coming.
彌賽亞嘅預言係你同我嘅將來永恆一個好緊要嘅盼望。
Messiah is an eternal hope that is very important to us.
我曾經有一個咁樣嘅經歷。
I have such an experience.
我有一次啱啱前排我去換油啊。
Earlier, I have to do an oil change on my car.
咁我換油嘅時候咧，咁順便嗰次咧就應該換埋啲胎嘅。
I also need to swap my tire also.
啱啱應該冇記錯係換冬天胎嘅時候。
Swap back to my winter tires.
咁啱我去到嘅時候，啱啱有位佢又幫我做。
There's a spot, so the tradition do it for me.
咁本嚟通常咧就一個後生仔幫我做嘅。
Usually just as young folks.
咁因為 high season 咧，咁個老闆咧落埋手幫。
Because they're so busy, they're high season, so
老闆真係老闆。
The owner is really the owner.
幾快手啊
！It's really quick.
嗱，佢跟住點樣咧？個通常咧就咁佢又就幫埋嗱就攞咗個 filter 係咁啊，跟住哇一路個車積上去啊，一路咧就喺度扭個 filter 出嚟。
The owner is really quick. It just change the filter and in a short time.
啱啱到啦，咁佢又攞咗個 filter 走。
And then you can replace the filter very quick.
哇！我心裏邊諗啊，哇！如果啲 management 咧就真係嗰個即係嗰個 arrangement 做得真係恰如，即係好犀利㗎啦。
The management is really efficient.
咁佢真係好快咧就換好晒，又幫我換埋胎啊，好快手咁我完咗。
Everything was done really quickly.
當我褪車出去嘅時候，
When I reverse back,
嗰個後生仔就叫唔好行。
And I try to leave. The young folk asked me not to go.
未試過做咩唔好行啊
Oh, I'm surprised. Why?
咁我就話咩事啊？
And they asked why.
佢話你漏油喎。
Your car's leaking.
漏油？點解漏油啊？
Leaking? Why am my car leaking?
佢即係車翻入去，就幫我再睇過。
And then he checked right away.
原來咩原因呢？
And the reason was.
當個老闆除嗰個舊嘅 filter 嘅時候，個舊 filter 有一個嘅 ring 啊，有一個嘅膠黐住咧，佢冇攞埋嗰個膠。
Because when they remove the filter, they also remove the rubber ring.
咁所以咧就嗰度新嘅已經有，舊嘅又喺度，佢塞唔穩嘅時候就喺個 filter 裏邊流啲油出嚟。
Because the owner didn't remove the old one, and then the oil start to leak from there.
哇！咁跟住佢又幫我清啊，又唔好意思啊，跟住就打發我走啦。
And then the technician was almost so sorry, and then they had to fix my car anyway.
2日我屋企個車房都流緊油。
After 2 days, I still have engine oil in my garage.
走去同佢講。
Then I come back and ask them.
最後先點樣搞掂啊？
Eventually, they.
佢拆晒下邊嗰啲嘅嘢，擋晒，抹乾淨晒，樣嘢抹乾淨晒，俾我睇嗱，應該冇漏㗎啦嚇，咁先至搞得掂。
To clean up the remaining oil in the car.
我就心諗啊，有咩成語啱呢一個情景咧？
And then how to best describe?
廣東人就會講啊，呢啲叫做越幫越忙。
So in Chinese, we say, "Oh, the more help, actually get the more busier."
哎呀，弟兄姊妹，原來人生裏邊有時我哋都好想去處理我哋啲問題，越快越好。
In our life, we want to try to deal with all the problems as quick as possible.
我哋以為咁樣嘅方法會最好，可能我哋換嚟嘅係越幫越忙嘅情景。
We try to find the shortest way or the quickest way to solve it, but it may be end up with a bad result.
弟兄姊妹，彌迦就面對緊當時嘅問題。
And Micah is facing that similar situation.
彌迦向當時嘅以色列人去發預言。
Micah tell the Israelites during that time.
因為以色列人當佢哋被攻擊嘅時候，當然啦，佢哋嘅心裏邊會祈禱求神幫助。
When the Jewish people were attacked, they they will go to pray for God.
但係佢哋嘅行動係乜嘢？去尋求亞述、尋求埃及嘅幫助。
Being sensitive for the God, they try to seek the help from Egypt or Asia.
最後換嚟嘅時候，北國就係俾亞述國去所滅。
And the result was they was destroyed, or the country was destroyed by Asia.
神透過彌迦先知向當時嘅人發出一個咁樣嘅預言。
The piece of Micah, he told the Israelite.
值得我哋今日做基督徒亦都諗，我哋會面對緊乜嘢嘅問題啊
So now we find ourselves what problem we
當
try
我哋遇到問題，我哋會點樣處理？
and how we solve the problem when we have all those
會我哋好似當時嘅以色列人一樣，我哋會祈禱，但係我哋嘅行動又揾其他嘅幫助，換嚟日後更大嘅禍患。
We may do similar to the Israel in the past, that we seek the help from God, but we also seek for other help.
彌迦書寫咗喺聖經，要我哋去睇嘅時候，其實唔單止對當時嘅以色列人講説話，亦都對我哋去講説話。
The book of Micah not just telling the Israelites during that time, also telling us now.
神要透過彌迦，特別今日睇第5章嘅時候，讓我哋知道人生裏邊係有盼望，但係個盼望喺邊度啊？係嗰位彌賽亞。
So through the book of Micah, God, chapter 5 especially, that God want to tell us we need to have hope, but the hope has to be in Jesus Christ.
今日就讓我哋能夠喺彌迦書第5章第1至到第5節裏邊，我哋喺彌賽亞身上帶俾我哋一啲好寶貴嘅功課。
So through the book of Micah, chapter 5, verse 1 to 5, we will see how.
我哋留意第1節嘅時候，佢話成群嘅民啊，現在你要聚集成隊，因為仇敵攻擊我們。
So verse 1 said, "Marshal your troops, O city of troops, for us, say to is lie against us. They will strike Israel's ruler."
彌迦冇被毀，話冇事冇事。
So it's not telling that there will be attack and there will be problem.
佢直指嘅時候，你哋係會面對攻擊嘅。
So make it tell honestly that there will be Israel will be attacked.
但面對攻擊嘅時候，請你記住。
But when they attack the Israel, they have
喺
to
第2 節
remember.
裏邊講下話，伯利恆啊，以法他你在猶大諸城中，將來必有一位從你那裏出來，在以色列人中為我們掌權的，他的根源從亙古，從太初就有。
But remember, as verse 2 said, "But you, Bethlehem, Ephrathah, though you are small among the clan of Judah, out of you will come for you one who will be ruler over Israel."
當然，我哋今日新約嘅信徒要明白第2節嘅裏邊係講到彌賽亞嘅預言，嗰位救世主嘅預言。
Of course, now we know that verse 2 is mentioning about the coming of Messiah.
但係你留意喺第2節嘅裏邊，呢個救世主提到幾樣嘢。
But verse 2, there's several things mentioned.
提到伯利恆以法他，你在猶大諸城中係最少嘅。
Mentioned that Bethlehem, Ephrathah, who you are small among the clans of Judah.
將來必有一位從你，一位好緊要嘅從你那裏出來。
But out of you will come from me one who will be ruler over Israel.
可能伯利恆嘅人，佢都會覺得自己一個好細嘅城。
Even the people live in Bethlehem think Bethlehem is a very small town.
可能喺以色列當中微不足道。
This is just a small town that no one really mention or remember.
但係聖經裏邊有強調，冇錯，你係最少嘅，可能微不足道，但係將來有一個好緊要喺你哋當中出嚟。
And the scripture mentioned, even though it is small, but the one with who will be ruler will come.
神要讓伯利恆嘅人去明白一樣嘢，少唔代表差。
God want the people in Bethlehem know that small doesn't mean it's bad.
少唔代表唔會有好嘢。
At least it doesn't mean there's nothing good.
你少定大啊？我咪同你玩緊大小。
I use the least or the big one.
哎呀，可能喺我哋成長過程，我哋都覺得最少嘅。
And also maybe we think with the least one.
哎呀，我哋智慧最少，我哋喺嗰啲人嘅面前，我哋係咪好出眾？
We have the least wisdom and we are not outstanding.
如果你係咁諗嘅時候，今日呢個信息要話俾你聽，少唔係最差嘅。
When you think this way, today the message
喺你裏邊會有好嘅嘢出嚟嘅。
The least can also be the best.
明唔明？感謝神。 弟兄姊妹喺呢一度嘅時候，神亦都會針對喺人裏邊一個牢固嘅觀念。
We also, God will try to tell us there is some stubborn thinking we have.
人係喺睇環境，
We are really controlled
人好
by the environment.
好多時睇現況嘅大小去判斷好與壞。
We also based on our environment or the situation to depend, and then we decide it's good or bad.
喺約翰福音耶穌一開始出嚟嘅時候，有一個咁樣嘅記載。
For the Gospel of John, chapter 1, there's mentioned
當腓力遇見耶穌嘅時候，
when Nathaniel meet
Philip.
Philip, so meet Jesus Christ.
咁佢就好開心啊！佢知道呢一個可能係彌賽亞，
And Philip knows it means, oh, Jesus is the Messiah.
佢就揾拿但業。
And then he
Nathaniel.
found Nathaniel.
咁佢啊就揾拿但業嘅時候咧，拿但業會唔會我揾嗰個就係彌賽亞？拿但業第一句講咩啊？唉，拿撒勒還能出什麼好啊？
When Philip tells Jesus is Nathaniel, Jesus is the Messiah, and then Nathaniel responds, can anything good from there?
其實唔單止喺彌迦嘅時代，喺耶穌嘅時代，話俾我聽，人嘅牢固嘅思想可能都唔會好嘅。
And then not just the time of Micah, also during the time of Jesus.
你住都住多倫多啦嚇，或者可能可能我哋揀教會就揀大啲噶啦。
They've been stuck in their head that
弟兄姊妹，神可以喺最小裏邊興起最大。
so how we can be even small to get the best.
弟兄姊妹，人生嘅裏邊就係咁啊！神要改，透過呢段經文去改變我哋。弟兄姊妹，如果我哋會覺得我哋係最少嘅，或者可能我哋覺得我哋微不足道嘅，請你更正。
So today, God tried to help you to saying that even you're this list, you're still important and you're the best.
當我哋依靠彌賽亞嘅時候，彌賽亞能夠喺最少嘅當中彰顯佢嘅最大。
When they rely on Messiah, then Messiah can even use this small one.
但係你會留意呢段經第二節嘅時候，又強調咗第二樣嘢。
And verse 2 also mentioned or emphasized second thing.
下半節嘅時候講到，在以色列人中為我們掌權，他的根源從亙古從太初就有。
Verse 2 mentioned whose origin are from ancient time.
喺呢一度聖經裏邊強調咗一種嘅領導帶領或者
The scripture mentioned here about the ruler.
呢個嘅領導咧，原來從起初就已經係咁噶啦。
And the ruler has been from the old.
弟兄姊妹冇錯啊！喺我哋嘅人生嘅裏邊，我哋可能係最少，但係如果你讓彌賽亞喺你裏邊做你嘅引導嘅時候，你就有不一樣嘅結果。
So we are even the least, but if we allow the Messiah as the ruler and the guide, then the results will be different.
弟兄姊妹，彌迦同邊個講？
Micah is telling who?
主要同當時嘅以色列人講。
He was telling the Israelites.
當時嘅以色列人收到呢個信息嘅時候，對佢哋生命有冇幫助？
When the Israelites get the message, they didn't have any change in their life.
知道啦，知道。
They know.
但係佢哋仍然去尋求亞述嘅幫助。
They knew, although they knew, but they still seeking for the help from
最後
nature.
被亞述所滅。
Eventually, they destroyed by the Israel. I mean, Asia.
今日如果我哋要彰顯彌賽亞嗰種嘅祝福嘅時候，我哋有冇喺你嘅人生讓彌賽亞去引導你？
When we talk about we want to get a blessing from Messiah, but do we allow Messiah to be our ruler and be our God?
好多時我哋基督徒會有一個咁嘅觀念，冇錯，我有啲緊要嘅事我會揾彌賽亞，其他事咧我哋唔需要。
But even Christian, we have such a thinking that the only important thing we look for God or besides guidance, the other small thing we take ourselves.
呢幾年我有一個咁樣嘅體會。
But recently, I have such an experience.
我越嚟越發覺手機好好用。
And I found out that the cell phone is really useful.
你覺唔覺得手機好好用？
You realize that the cell phone is very useful.
初時好頭痛啊，用下幾好用啊。
The first place, they had a hard time to learn it.
我好多時咯，我好中意用咩？我中意用 Google Map。
And I really like to use Google Map.
好多以前我用 Google Map 就因為我唔知道點樣去嗰個地方，所以我用 Google Map 去帶。
In the past, because I never been there before, so I use Google Map to guide me.
呢1-2年我都開始改變一種嘅習慣，就算我知道點樣去嘅時候，我都開 Google Map。
Right now, recently, or the last few years, I've been, even though I know where
因為
the destination, I still
因為
use
Google Map 會話俾你聽前面有冇塞車啊，
because Google Map can tell you the traffic ahead.
有時話埋俾你聽前面有冇雷達啊，呢
Also
個
tell you
緊要
is
啊。
any speed cam.
明白？或者可能咧，有時好得意喎。我明明知道咁樣去，但係點解成日佢要帶我咁樣去咧？
And sometimes I know that I to go this way, but how come Google Map asked me to go another route?
上個禮拜我呢入
Last week I went to Waterloo. Google asked us not to use highway. Even though I tried to get in the highway, but get me to the street. Oh, because last week was long rain. There's traffic jam in the highway. That situation we don't know what happened ahead. But Google will tell you what happened. Even though in our life right now, we know that's what we've been doing in the past. Because we realize, but we understand, we don't see what will happen ahead. Hello, can I know?
Is that okay? Yeah, good. Thank you. 係咪好似咁樣？我唔知㗎，係咪？仲嘥我咁多氣添，講極你冇反應。
You don't know. Similarly, I don't know if the mic.
我哋要真係乖乖地嘅，係咪？明明係咁樣嘅，點解唔係咧？
I've been get used to be this way, but why this time is different?
有時神點解但係好似我哋行咗一啲冤枉路？
Sometimes God's guidance seems.
但係如果我哋相信神嘅引導係最好嘅時候，放心交託俾佢。
I mean, take a path that is longer.
有時如果我哋用翻自己嘅方法，可能越搞越忙。
But if you use God's guidance, then it is the best.
弟兄姊妹，詩人咁樣話：當將你嘅事交託耶和華，並倚靠他，他就必成全。
Psalm 47:5 told us, "Commit your way to the Lord, trust in Him, and He
弟兄
will
姊
do
妹，
it."
今日喺你人生裏邊有咩嘅事你需要交託俾神？
Oh, today, brother sister, what you need to delegate to God?
弟兄姊妹，神同我哋講：當將你呢件事交託俾神，神佢會成全。
And God told us, "Commit your way to the Lord, trust in Him."
弟兄姊妹，如果我哋相信彌賽亞喺我哋人生最好嘅引導嘅時候，請你放心將你嘅事交託俾神。
We believe Messiah is our best guidance, then we be don't be afraid.
因為他必成全。
We should commit your way because He will do it.
當我哋繼續睇呢段經文嘅時候，請你留意第3節。
We also pay attention to verse 3.
佢話耶和華必將以色列人交付敵人，直等那生產嘅婦人生下子來，那時掌權者，其餘嘅弟兄必回歸到以色列人那裏。
Verse 3 said, "Therefore Israel will be abundant till the time when he who is his neighbor give birth, and the rest of his brother return to join the Israelites."
彌迦形容呢個彌賽亞嘅時候，喺第3節又強調咗2方面。
And when Micah mentioned Messiah, he emphasized 2 things.
佢強調咗一個婦人生子。
Emphasized women's give birth.
嗱，今日喺我哋新約嘅時代，我哋好容易就聯想到呢一個係咩嘅情景啊？
We can really imagine.
年年聖誕節都講㗎啦，
This is
必有童女懷孕生子嘛。We mentioned the every Christmas， right？ 啊，咁明唔明啊？喺當中嘅時候，我哋會知道呢一個就係講到耶穌基督。
And we understand because there's two Christmas. It's really mentioned about women.
嗱喺呢一度，除咗講到呢一個婦人生子，亦都講到必歸回。
It also mentioned to return.
即係真正嗰種人生嘅，真正嗰種嘅希望係喺呢一個新生王彌賽亞嘅當中。
And this means that our only hope is from Messiah.
原來人生嘅唯一嘅盼望就喺耶穌嘅身上。
And the only hope is in Jesus Christ.
弟兄姊妹，你嘅盼望係咪喺耶穌身上？
Brothers and sisters,
哦，
is your hope in
你
Jesus
梗係
Christ?
話係嘅。
You will say yes, but
有時人生好得意。
life is really strange sometimes.
當時嘅以色列人，你面對困難依靠神，佢哋祈禱嘅，但係行動就最反映嘅情況。
So when they're in trouble, the Israelites you also pray for the Lord, but when they action is reflect in other things.
啊，最近收到一個電話好得意。
Recently I get a phone call.
第一句嘅時候，哎呀，揾到你真好啦！我都係耶穌嘅門徒咁，我有啲嘢幫啊，咁啊。
Oh, so I also a follower of Jesus Christ. I need some help.
係啊，跟住咧聽到其實好多嘅家庭嘅問題係佢自己有好多嘢冇去好好放低。
And when I listen to further to the phone call, then it's actually is.
我點解咁講咧？亦唔講長啦。佢講咗一樣嘢，哎呀，我個家庭嘅問題咧最簡單啦。你快啲幫我個女揾個男朋友，嫁咗佢就冇事喎。
So actually, it's his
哎呀，
whole
真係
problem. For example, he mentioned, oh, the only solution will be to
即係可能呢
my daughter get
啲
married.
即係越幫越忙啊！跟住佢話：哎，我講唔到啊，要你去講。哇！佢冇諗過點解自己講唔到。如果我去講嘅時候，你哋嗰個關係更加差。
He mentioned that he can
你
deal
明
with
我
the
意思
family
嘛？
issue himself. It's reference himself to deal with it. But this is not really helpful to this.
弟兄姊妹，彌賽亞，當我哋讓神去引導，我哋係咪真係讓耶穌成為你唯一嘅盼望？
When we want Jesus to give us a Messiah, or Jesus to give us the guardian, but he said Jesus is the only hope you have.
特別我哋喺呢個城市，
Especially in this city,
好多人嘅文化嘅背景，佢會信耶穌。
lots of just because the
佢會話俾你聽，我都信耶穌啊，不過佢可能亦都信其他
But
嘅嘢。
besides Jesus Christ, they also believe in other gods. They mentioned.
最近我收到個電話，有人，我想初時我以為去借教會，跟住話，你唔借我同你 merge。
So recently I heard I have a phone
咁
call.
我問佢一個問題就係，你係咩宗派？
Can I rent your church? You can't rent it. I can even merge with you.
跟住佢諗咗一陣，我係靈恩派 Pentecostal
Then I asked, well, what's the dominion
denomination。
denomination you have?
They mention yes Pentecostal。跟住佢停咗一陣，即刻㗎，唔係，我哋又有其他嘅，我哋有信Catholic 嘅，我哋有信回教。哇！你咁多嘢。
Then they mentioned, oh, don't worry, I have other background, Catholic.
梗係唔 match 啦，係咪？但係你反映到原來人嘅佢哋嘅信仰只係耶穌其中一個咋。
So we can believe. So we can see lots of people Jesus Christ is only one of the God they believe.
明白？為求佢哋嘅目的，乜嘢都攬埋落嚟嘅。
In order to get what they want, every God they worship.
弟兄姊妹，值得我哋一個深入一個反省。冇錯，我哋跟隨耶穌，我哋係咪認定耶穌係我哋唯一嘅希望？
So something to reflect ourselves. Yes, we believe in Jesus Christ, but I also believe that Jesus is our only hope.
今日你面對嘅問題，你係咪以耶穌為你唯一嘅希望？
Today, when we are facing challenges, do we believe Jesus Christ?
我
is the
越
only
嚟越
hope we
明
have?
白點解使徒行傳要強調呢一個咁樣嘅信息。
So we can understand from art why there's such a message.
去到新約嘅時候，越嚟越接觸好多唔同嘅文化，佢哋強調嘅除他以外係指到耶穌，除耶穌以外別無拯救，因為在天下人間沒有賜下別嘅名，我們可以靠着得救。
It says, salvation is found in no one else, for there is no other name under heaven given to man by which we must be saved.
我相信聖經俾當時嘅信徒，俾歷代嘅信徒，俾我哋現在嘅信徒，都常常要提醒一樣：除耶穌以外，別無拯救。因為天上人間只係沒有賜下別嘅名，我哋可以靠着佢得救。
In the old time, even right now, there is always a message that God, Jesus Christ, is the only hope, because as the scripture said, for there is no other name under heaven given to man by which we must be saved.
弟兄姊妹，讓我哋今日所面對嘅問題，讓耶穌成為你唯一嘅拯救。
But sister, today when you have troubles, you have to affirm that this is only hope is from Jesus.
請留意第4節。
You also pay attention to verse 4.
聖經裏邊跟住佢咁樣話，他必起來倚靠耶和華的大能，並耶和華神之名嘅威嚴，牧養他嘅羊群，他們要安然居住，因為他必日見尊大，直到地極。
Verse 4 said, He will stand and shepherd his flock in the strength of the Lord, in the majesty of the name of the Lord his God, and they will be securely, for then his greatness will reach to the end of the earth.
第3節提醒我哋要以彌賽亞係我哋唯一嘅盼望。
Verse 3 mentioned that this Messiah is the only hope of
唔
us.
係就係咁樣停止喺度。
And we don't stop there.
第4節強調咗兩樣嘢，
Verse 4 emphasized two things.
強調牧羊。
Emphasizes shepherding.
你要讓彌賽亞喺你生命裏邊作牧羊。
And you should let Messiah to be your shepherd.
讓彌賽亞嘅話語能夠喺你心靈嘅裏邊，去供應你心靈裏邊慰藉、安慰、鼓勵、引導。
And may the word of the God that to be in you to be your encouragement and be your guardian.
你會以耶賽亞成為你嘅保障。
And you want to be yes, as a Lord as your protection.
所以喺跟住下半節嘅時候，佢話：他們要安然居住，因為他必日見尊大，直到地極。
As Scripture mentioned, they will receive security, for then this greatness will reach to the end of
弟
the
兄
earth.
姊妹，當我哋人生好想有安然居住，
When we want to live security,
我哋最好平平安安。
to want to just want to be safe.
我記得仲喺香港嘅時候，有啲人好興講一句説話，啲人翻工啊，
Whereas in Hong Kong many years ago, people like
無驚無險就到5點係咪？
so there's everything is smoothly until
我估
5.
而
You
家
can
香
leave.
港都係5點你想放工啊，啱啱先開工，係咪？點知我哋好想平安，
We want peace and we want security.
但係我哋真正嘅平安係要彌賽亞喺你內心裏邊作真正嘅牧羊。
And the only way we can live security is allow Messiah to be shepherding you.
讓彌賽亞去滿足我哋心靈嗰種嘅需要，
And the Messiah to fulfill our
讓
spiritual
我
needs.
哋嘅手，讓彌賽亞喺你人生裏邊作引導。
And let Messiah be your
我
ruler
哋
and
相
your
信
guide.
彌賽亞喺我哋人生裏邊作保障，
And let Messiah be your guardian and protection.
因為佢係我哋最好嘅牧者。
Because Messiah is our best shepherd.
大衛好認定，
They will affirm one thing.
佢雖然係一個王，佢知道唔係佢嘅位置，唔係佢嘅權力，唔係佢嘅財富可以保障到佢。
Even King David believed that he was king, but it's not his worth or wisdom that can protect him.
詩篇23篇佢咁話：耶和華係我嘅牧者，我就不致缺乏。他使我躺臥在青草地上，令我在可安歇嘅水邊。他使我嘅靈魂甦醒，為自己嘅名引導我走義路。
So Psalm 33, David said, "The Lord is my shepherd; I shall not be in want. He makes me lie down in green pasture. He leads me beside quiet waters. He restores my soul. He guides me in path of righteousness for His name's sake."
我哋要讓彌賽亞成為你嘅引導，
We need to let Messiah be our
亦
guardian.
都我哋更加需要讓彌賽亞喺每一日裏邊去牧養我哋。
We should let Messiah to be our shepherds every day.
並且我哋要學習聽神嘅聲音，
We need to learn how to listen to
我
the
哋每一日都
voice.
尋求主嘅面。
We need to seek God's face
弟
every
兄姊
day.
妹，每一次我哋嚟到嘅時候，我哋有冇一個心，我哋尋求主對我哋講説話。
Every time we worship, we need to seek for God's talking to us
最後，
at the end.
彌迦書第5章裏邊咁話：
And the verse 5 said,
此位必作我們嘅平安，當亞述人進入我們嘅地境， 踐踏宮殿嘅時候，我們就立起7個嘅牧者、8個嘅首領攻擊他。
Verse 5 said, and he will build their peace when the Asian invade our land and matches full our fortress.
這位就係我哋真正嘅平安。
And this is, and Messiah is our only true peace.
彌賽亞就係我哋真正平安嘅來源。
And Messiah is the only source of
你要
peace.
平安啊！
Do you want peace?
你喺困難裏邊，你要平安啊！
Do you in difficulties? Do you want peace?
要我哋認定彌賽亞就係我哋唯一賜予平安嘅途徑。
Let's affirm that there's only way to get the peace is through
弟兄姊
Messiah.
妹，呢種知道唔足夠。
Just knowing it is not enough.
其實我哋追溯彌迦書5章第2節，我哋係每年聖誕節嘅時候讀聖經嘅時候，我哋會讀到馬太福音第2章。
Because during Christmas we will read the book of the Gospel of Matthew 2.
馬太福音第2章嘅時候，在東方有博士嚟到去睇見星嘅時候，跟星引導嚟到去尋找新生王。
And the Gospel of Matthew 2 mentioned that there's magi that come to follow the star to seek for the newborn king.
當佢哋嚟到耶路撒冷嘅時候，呢個消息俾希律知道。
And when the magi is in the news was heard by the king of Herod.
第3節嘅裏邊咁話，希律聽見了就心裏不安，耶路撒冷合城嘅人呢都不安。他就召齊了祭司長和民間嘅文士，他們說：基督當身在何處？他們回答說：在猶太嘅伯利恆，因為先知記着說，猶大地的伯利恆在猶大諸城中，並不是最小，因為將來有一位君王要從你們那裏出來牧養我以色列人。弟兄姊妹，當希律知道呢個嘅情況，佢問咗咩人？
Brother sister, when King Herod heard know the situation, what he asked?
佢問嗰啲嘅祭司同埋文士。
He asked the chief priest and the teacher of the law.
你會發覺文士同祭司即刻可以答到道。
And you can realize that the
喺
chief
邊度
priest
你
and
啊？
the teacher of the law can respond.
個新生王喺邊度啊？
Where's the newborn king?
猶大地伯利恆，
The
猶大地以法他，將來嘅諸城中嘅最小啊！你哋將來有君王從你而出啊，係咪牧養我以色列民？我即刻知道喺邊度嘅喎。
they can respond that the king will be born in the Bethlehem.
佢都唔使 Google search 啊，
They can respond really or reply really quickly.
明啊？你會留意呢班嘅祭司文士，佢哋好熟聖經，但係佢哋有冇因此而得到平安？
Because even though the chief priest and the teachers of the law is really familiar with the scripture, they
可能你知道有咩事，第一樣嘢揾你耶穌，但係係咪呢個嘅意念就可以促使你即刻有平安？
So we know that when we are in trouble, then we should seek for the help from Jesus Christ. But is that enough or sufficient?
知道唔代表有行動嘅回應。
This is sufficient because we just know. It doesn't mean we will action on
你
it.
會留意喺啲經文嘅時候，佢提到希律王。
In the scripture, we can see mentioned King Herod.
當希律王知道，哎呀伯利恆嘅時候，佢就去同嗰幾個博士去講一樣。嗱，我知道啦，你揾到嘅時候話俾我聽，我又可以去敬拜新生王啊！
When the King Herod told the magi that, oh, when you find the newborn king, I will let me know so I can visit or worship him.
我哋要發覺，當一個人唔係憑一個正確嘅心態去尋找嘅時候，佢查唔到。
So we know that when we are not in the right way of thinking to seek, then we will not seek it.
當我哋唔係真正想尋找彌賽亞讓佢牧養你，你生命裏邊仍然有好多嘅惡念。
If we are not have the right way to seek for Messiah's shepherding, then we will have all the bad thinkings, evil thinkings.
馬太福音第2章16節咁樣記載。
He mentioned in the Gospel of Matthew.
希律見自己被博士愚弄啊，就大大嘅發怒，差人將伯利恆城並四境所有嘅男孩，照着他向博士 仔細查問嘅時候，凡2歲嘅就殺掉。
It said when Pharaoh realized that he had been outwitted by the maggot, he was furious and he gave order to kill all the boys in Bethlehem and his vicinity who were 2 years old and under, in according with the time they have learned from the maggot.
你會睇到一個人，如果佢懷着惡念，佢尋找唔到，佢懷着惡念，嗰種嘅惡念唔會因為知道彌賽亞喺邊度會有改變，反而更加惡上加惡。
From here, we say if someone had the evil thinking, and then even though they try to seek for a Messiah, but they don't see it, then we do all these evil things.
馬太福音第2章裏邊提醒我哋有一班嘅博士。
In the book of Revelation about the maggot,
呢班嘅博士佢睇到星嘅引導，
they can see the guidance by the star.
去破釜尋找，離開本地去尋找呢個新生王。
They leave what they've been leaving and then try to seek for the newborn king.
佢好想尋找，但係唔知道尋唔尋找，但係佢都願意用行動去。
They know they need to seek for find the newborn king, but they don't know where. But they action to
一班咁有心嘅人，神就差遣星去引導佢哋。
Because they have the willing heart to seek for the Lord, seek for the Jesus Christ, and they have the guidance of the star.
請睇我讀第10到12節，佢話：他們看見那星就大大嘅歡喜，進了房子，看見小孩子和他母親瑪利亞，就俯伏拜那小孩，揭開寶盒，拿黃金乳香沒藥為禮物獻給他。博士因為在夢中被主指示不要回去見希律，就從別的路回到本地去。你會留意一班嘅人真正嘅敬拜者。
So we can see what is the true worshipper.
真正嘅敬拜者有神嘅引導。
You can see the true worshipper have the guidance from the God.
一班真正嘅敬拜者，因為被神去引導嘅時候，佢會歡喜。
Because they get the guidance of God, they're so joyful.
一班真正嘅敬拜者，佢真心嘅獻上，神會悅納佢嘅禮物。
And because the true worshipper, they will accept the Lord will accept their gift.
一個真正嘅敬拜者，神會引導佢去接觸到彌賽亞嘅時候，生命佢嘅道路係唔同。
As a true worshipper, when they meet the Messiah, they would have their life transformed.
弟兄姊妹，我哋係咪一班真正嘅敬拜者？
Brothers, today are we a true worshipper or the follower?
弟兄姊妹，原來伯利恆提醒我哋，
Bethlehem reminded us.
彌賽亞係我哋人生裏邊最好嘅引導。
Messiah is our best guardian.
彌賽亞亦都願喺我哋人生裏邊牧養我哋。
And Messiah is willing to worship us, shepherd us.
但我哋今日有冇好好去敬拜我哋？
But we are a true follower, a worshipper of
我哋
God.
今日喺彌賽亞嘅眼中，我哋係咪一班最好嘅敬拜者？
In the eye of Messiah, are we as a true worshipper?
彌迦書有一個嘅經文好寶貴，喺第6章第8節。
In the book of Micah, chapter 6, verse 8.
佢話：世人啊，耶和華已指示你何為善，但向你所要的是什麼呢？只要你行公義、好憐憫、存謙卑嘅心，與你嘅神同行。
It said, "It has showed you, O man, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you, to act justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with the God."
我相信聖經唔單止讓我哋知道彌賽亞係我哋嘅引導，係我哋嘅牧養，佢更加期望我哋每一日讓耶和華喺你人生嘅裏邊，期望你行公義、好憐憫、存謙卑嘅心，與你嘅上帝同行。
So the scripture tells us not just we know that Messiah is our guardian, and also and we also need to act justly and to love mercy and to walk humbly with your God.
當我哋每一日行公義、好憐憫、存謙卑嘅心，你心就有彌賽亞賜予俾你嘅平安。
Act justly and follow and love mercy and to walk humbly with your
冇
God.
錯，
And
你
with
有
the
困
peace of
難
God.，Yes, you have
好似當時以色列人有攻擊，
seem to the Israel they are under attack,
但係你亦都可以有平安。
but you can also have peace.
彌賽亞係我哋永恆嘅盼望。
Besides our internal hope.
今日你嘅困難，你依靠乜嘢？
So what you rely on when you have in difficulties?
我鼓勵你將你嘅事交託俾神，
I encourage to delegate or cast your challenges to God.
讓神喺當中帶領你，讓神喺當中佢嘅話語鼓勵你、引導你。
And I encourage to let God be your guardian and let God's word to be your guardian in the encouragement and shepherding you.
當我哋真心去尋求神，神一定會引導我哋嘅。
When we are truly worshiper seeking for God, then God will for sure give us the guidance.
弟兄姊妹，願神幫助我哋，
Brother and sister, may God help you.
做一個真真正正嘅敬拜者。
So make you a truly worshiper.
喺呢個時代，
And so we can, in this age,
我哋需要神自己嘅引導，
we need God's guidance.
求主幫助我哋。
May God help us.